IELTS exam. The IELTS exam is also a test for students who are seeking to study abroad. The IELTS exam, unlike other tests, will practice your skills from a variety of not only academic English, but also from everyday English and your ability to apply and balance both of these. Okay? So, looking at speaking tips, the first thing you can do is think about your pronunciation. Okay? If your pronunciation is a little bit weak, okay, don't waste your time on classes or on something like exercises. You can a little bit, but however, in this way, by practicing, by speaking with native speakers, joining an English class, your pronunciation will, by its very nature of practice and mimicking speakers, will improve. Okay? The other thing to find is to say is not being nervous. Okay? Now, I know this is a test and it's easy for me to say, well, relax, but the more calm and the more natural that you can be, the more fluent your English will be. Okay? Tip 3 you want to look at is remember that your job is to give the assessor something to assess. So what does this mean? This means basically the more information that you can give the assessor, the more ability they have to decide what your appropriate band score is. Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? By being able to give them more information, you may give yourself maybe one more band higher. Okay? And that may be the difference between a scholarship or not a scholarship, or being accepted into a school or not being accepted into the school. So these little things add up. Okay? Looking at step 4 is the assessor will not prompt you to speak. Okay? So it's not like there will be a cue or a signal or something like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay? So from the moment that you come in, they will expect the test to begin. Okay? So be ready immediately. Don't ask the assessor to repeat a question. Okay? What does it mean, or what does it suggest? Okay? Now, the repeater, okay, is they will repeat the question, but they will not explain for you. Okay? Unfortunately, this is the test. Okay? This is not a practice session. So, while they can repeat for you, use what you have. Okay? So when you are practicing, you are listening and speaking, keep in mind about this will not be explained for you. Step 6, okay, with the writing test, don't show off. Okay? Again, don't use words that you don't know. If you're weak at grammar, don't use grammar that you are not totally clear about. Okay? Stick to what you know. If you can perfect that skill, okay, your English for writing or speaking, this applies for almost any section, will be clear and will be more correct. Okay? Looking at step 7, extend your answers by giving reasons. So if they ask you, they say, for example, tell me about a favorite holiday you had. You say, I like my trip to the park with my family. Okay? After that, this is the time that you tell them why, and then give details. Okay? In this logical sequence of what, and then why, and then specific details, again, the assessor has something to assess. They have something to give a band score about. So the more information you can give, the better. Phase 1. Now, for those of you who don't know, generally speaking, the IELTS test is broken down into 3 phases. Okay? Phase 1, generally being the simplest for most students, is to ask about yourself. Okay? They will ask you simple things to sort of warm up, okay? Sort of get you ready to speak more. Okay? So, think about things like school, your family, who has children, what are their jobs, okay? Very simple things, okay, that you want to be able to provide for the assessor. Okay? Beyond that, consider this phase of the test the time to give the speaker an idea about who you are. Okay? Phase not a lie detector test. This is not an honesty test. If you want to tell them you are a professional football player for Villarreal or a famous football team, you can do that, all right? Provided that you can give the necessary details and explanation, okay? Again, this is a test of English, not of honesty. Okay? Phase 2, okay? This test you'll ask to present about a topic, okay? There are a lot of different topics that you look at, okay? It'll always be something about a person, or talking about a holiday you went on, or describe a shop. Simple questions. Describe something familiar, a vacation you liked. Tell me about a family member that you admire, okay? And so once you're given this,